Well, hello everybody. Guess what? It started with a hum, not the kind you make with your lips. Oops, they have disappeared back into my hive again. I'm back. Definitely not the kind you make with your lips. But it's rather the kind of hum you feel in your bones. Long before there were words, there was the hum. Long before there was music, songs. Even before the idea of time, just the hum. Right? That hum has definitely been calling me back home again for quite a while now. And if you're here, it's definitely been calling you too. So welcome to the Hive. Welcome back to SOULutions with Chanti, everybody. It's been a minute and probably a good few moons, probably a few full moons as well since we've been back. So here we are, stepping right into the Ankhara Field. So what is the Ankhara Field? Well, I call it the Ankhara Field anyway. And no, it's not a new religion. It's not a new philosophy. It's a living frequency field. It's a frequency, a resonance, right? It's a space where sound, I guess, becomes light, where geometry, sacred geometry, becomes love, and your breath becomes creation itself. So it's a field where we create and manifest that which is within, right? The ancients knew it. The bees hum it. They always hum it. One of the reasons perhaps they're under such attack, right? And every time you laugh or cry or sigh, you are moving through it. You've definitely been in the field your whole life. You just forgot how to listen. And I'm here to remind not only me, but you all as well. Today I have notes, you see. I'm not a notey person, but today I can't be forgetting anything. So welcome again to the Ankhara Field. Here I am, Chanti, broadcasting from the heart of the Ankhara Field, where we'll be doing a lot more of this in the future. So let's talk a little bit about do a little bit of a deeper dive into the principles of the field and what it actually asks of us. So, no, we're not flying off on any mystical tangents and on unicorns and spaceships and things. Not at all. Let's get real about what the Ankhara Field requires of us as we enter it, or in order to enter it. No, it's certainly not only open to a select few. Absolutely not. It is open to each and every living being of creation. And it certainly isn't open only to those who are walking around with a squeaky halo or those who can recite best books and have the best spiritual masters. Oh, hell no. In fact, it's probably the opposite of that, right? It definitely is the opposite. There are just 4 principles. 4. Ooh, let me grab my honey. Nice. 4 principles of the Ankhara Field. So let's go through them, shall we? The first one is sovereignty. You own your energy. You don't give it away to fear or control or anyone who tries to hum over you. You are your own tuning fork. You've reached this point of understanding in your heart and in your being and within every cell of your body. You understand you are far from perfect. You are not perfect. We are flawed human beings. But you take responsibility. You're accountable for your actions. That would be principle number 1. Number 2, respect for all life. Every creature, every plant, every drop of water holds its own hum. In other words, it has its own signature frequency, as do you, as do I, right? So we don't harm anything that hums deliberately. We make decisions based on the best outcome for all, even if in the moment they would be painful. Any separation or any change can sometimes be painful, absolutely. But we make the decision with the best intention and with the best desired outcome for everyone concerned. So we respect life, we respect each other, right? That's principle number 2. Number 3, responsibility. When your frequency wobbles, and oh honey, it sure will. It's gonna wobble a million, quadrillion, gazillion times. You don't spiral into guilt or shame, but rather you correct your resonance. So when we feel like we're going back into old patterns of doing things the way we did in the past that absolutely wasn't serving us, we don't stay there, we don't continue there. We realize, I've defaulted into something that I'm used to defaulting in, but I know it doesn't serve me. So now let me change that which doesn't serve me. I realize I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I'm not beating up on myself. I'm not hating on myself. I'm just correcting my resonance. I'm wise enough to understand that I do so with love and compassion. And also that would mean apologizing, making it right, whatever is needed to correct, right? Okay, and the 4th principle, remembering. The field does not demand belief, doesn't demand you believe in anything, but it requires you to remember, your remembrance. You're not learning something new. You're remembering what your cells already know. Christ lives within you. God lives within you. Love lives within you. And when you remember that, everything changes, right? And when we hold these principles, we then stay in resonance, coherence. And then when we remain in coherence, that is literally how we grow our wings and fly. Do you guys love my bees? I was going to say something at the beginning of the show, but I didn't. Do you love them? Couldn't resist, of course. When I saw the sweat, I went, oh, you know you're mine, aren't you? Anyway, and when we forget, we wobble, right? We hum off key, we buzz around like dizzy bees. But then we come back, and that's the real practice, is bringing ourselves back from the wobble, the falling off the wagon, as we sometimes call it. But we then have the ability, and the ability means oftentimes just the intention, the desire for change, the desire to come back. And that desire then becomes your action. And that becomes your resonance. Yay! Okay, now we're talking about our symbols, reclaiming our symbols. Okay. Symbols are a tricky one, I know, and they're not really tricky at all. And the only reason I say they're tricky is because so many people have got such a wrong perception of what symbols are, right? So let's talk about the symbols and the shapes we're going to be seeing in the series. The Ankh, the hexagon, the diamond, the triangle, the hexagonal pyramid, the arum lily, all shapes. And as you can see, oops, honey. Oh, honey. Wait, let me get some honey out of my hive. It's not working. Oh, there. It's not working so well. I got some. Okay. But anyway, what I was saying was, before I got honeyed up, somewhere along the way, our symbols got hijacked, twisted, flipped, weaponized. We understand by now that our dark brothers and sisters have not created anything new. All they've done is they've taken what God has already created and they've turned that into a downward spiraling resonance. So they've taken those symbols and they've used them for their opposite. And baby, we are here to absolutely reclaim the original resonance of our symbols. So, symbols are never meant or created for fear or of fear, right? They were meant for creation. So as I said, we're definitely taking them back. We're taking the hum back, the original hum, and we're reclaiming that true hum. Why? Because we deserve to. That's why. We've earned that. We need them back. They are ours. They are gifts from God. And symbols are like mirrors, you know. That's what they are. They're like mirrors. They reflect the frequency of the one who is holding them. Get it? The person, the carrier of the symbol. The symbol contains the frequency of that person and what the intention of that person is. So when your intention is to usurp energy with a symbol or a crystal or a whatever, of course, you're going to use it for negative. But when it's not, when it's there to use for its original purpose as God gave and created it for us, then we're humming in tune with our Creator. There was no language originally. God spoke with us through symbol and symbolism. And these are some of our original creative symbols. Yeah? So no, we're not summoning anything spooky. We're just remembering the God print and the original resonance of the Creator's geometry. Now, let's have some fun doing it, shall we? So, over the next 12 episodes, we're diving into the shapes that hold this hum. As I was saying earlier, the Ankh. Actually, we're going to talk about the square as well. The square, the diamond, right? The hexagon, the pyramids, upward pyramid, downward, triangle. Upward pyramid, downward triangle. Upward and downward triangle. Okay, let me get that right. Hexagonal pyramid, right? Spirals. We're going to be talking about spirals because they're all part of this vibration of the Ankhara field. They all make up part of our sacred geometry as human beings. And as we move further into the weeks, and those of you who choose to come along and do the courses that I'm going to be offering very shortly, you're going to be seeing more of what that's about as well. So, as I said, let's have some fun doing it, right? You'll learn how to breathe with the field, right? How to feel your body and its sacred geometry, and how to correct your frequency whenever life gets a little bit sticky. So we're going to breathe, we're going to hum, we're going to bring ourselves back into coherence in the most simple, basic, beautiful ways. There's no talking or confessing or whatever. We are just bringing ourselves back into resonance. And oh yeah, as we all know, things get sticky. Things can get super duper sticky. But when we're flowing with the honey, we just go with a golden flow, right? Nothing too sticky there. Okay. So now before we do anything else, let's start the way creation started, shall we? We're going to activate our HumLink breath. So I'm going to give you a special little HumLink activation. Okay, so let's just start. We're going to start with a HumLink activation. So just imagine that you're sitting in the center of your beautiful pollinated throne. Above you is your beautiful Ankh, golden, honey-colored, dripping with honey Ankh. Your gift from heaven, your resonance from God, your original resonance from God. Now let's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you hold, imagine the Ankh descending all the way down your body, the stem going down your spine, grounding you, the horizontal bars opening up across your heart and into your arms, and the circle forming around your head, the loop forming around your head. And just feel everything melting into your heart. Now exhale on the hum for 8. Long and slow, like you're pouring golden nectar through your body. Hold for 4 and rest in the sweetness. And now breathe normally. You can repeat that 3 or 4 times, as often as you like, every day. And that is how the sound of the field remembers you. So, here's your invitation. Not to be perfect, but to be present. Let's be present. To breathe when you're angry. To hum when you're sad. And to remember when you forget. Because the field doesn't ask you to escape life. It asks you to fall in love with life. That's why we're here. So next time we're going to meet the shape that bridges heaven and earth. Our beautiful Ankh. As you can see, I have a few. My baby brother's responsible for making that one for me. Beautiful. Comes from Australia. The jarrowwood tree. I think that's what it's called, a darrowwood. That's what it is. And copper, of course. So we're going to meet that, and we're going to go a little bit more into the living bridge of the Ankh and how the Ankh is the symbol and the resonator for heaven and earth meeting within you. You are heaven and earth in your body. That's for sure. See you inside the hum, you beautiful humans. And remember, the field isn't somewhere you go to. It's within you. It's who you are when you remember who you are. See you next time. And remember, don't stop the hum.